What's up, my dear friends? Mario Pedro Gould here. You're now tuned into the Alpha Success Network, and let me catch my breath. I was at the playground right there, and I just did like 28 push-ups and 28 pull-ups. So I'm lost for breath, but I have a lot of desire to come over here and spit some of that wisdom your way. The conversation I want to have with you, my dear friends, is how to bounce back, how to deal with financial disaster, how to deal with financial difficulties in your life. So let us see if we can sit back, enjoy ourselves, and exchange some empowering and transformative ideas. You see, here in the Alpha Success Network, we typically talk about, how to be successful in life. But we all know that life is never a straight road. It's never a straight path. There's obstacles, there's challenges. There's a lot of times when you're actually going to fall down. You're going to fall flat down on your face. And the question that we want to explore is, how do you actually deal with those situations, those times when the universe gives you a right hook and knocks you flat down on your ass? So this is a very powerful topic, because if you do not know how to actually deal with failures in your life, and we're going to stay focused on the financial arena right now, but I believe that the philosophies that I'm going to share here with you are actually applicable through a whole wide of different circumstances in life. But when you fail in life, when you have a financial disaster in your life, I want you to observe something very, very closely. Here is some of the things that are going to happen to you based on my experience. Number one, you will begin to notice that there is a growing sense of depression that begins to loom into your life at that specific moment. It could be that day, could be the day after, could be the week around which you're experiencing a financial disaster. You will notice that when you're experiencing a financial disaster, you do not want to do the things which you're usually so excited about doing. You will notice, ladies and gentlemen, that your energy takes a significant dip. You will notice, my dear friends, that your confidence takes a significant hit. And when you go out into the world, it is very, very difficult for you to communicate with people enthusiastically and excitedly. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to reach the conclusion that when you are in this energetic space, this negative energetic space, you will actually repel opportunities that are all around you to help you actually overcome the financial difficulties and challenges you may be facing. So the one thing that you want to do when you're faced with a financial difficulty, a financial disaster, you want to immediately, as quickly as possible, get yourself from a negative energetic space and get to a place where you are at peace with the circumstance as it is at that particular point in time. Okay? But stories are the best teachers. So let me share with you a story within my own life, and hopefully you can pick up some lessons from it and use it in your own life. So this year, 2016, has been a phenomenal year for me financially. I have made some very nice moves, nice investments, and business has been doing great up until 1 month ago. Okay? I was very, very, very comfortable financially. 1 month ago, my dear friends, about a month and a half ago, I made a significantly important business decision, which turned out to be not the best business decision that I could have made. And that business decision that I made, ladies and gentlemen, had a very profound negative impact on my ability this month, not the whole year, my ability this month to continue to build up on financial successes that I've been accumulating in my life. So I noticed for myself this month of September, I literally had almost about 70%, 60-70% of my income go down because of a bad decision that I made. Now for me, this is not something that is a big deal for me personally, but I am a businessman and I actually have several people, several families that I directly employ in my businesses, whether it's here, whether it's in Africa. Now, the challenge is towards the end of the month, I have people that actually depend on me to actually live their own lives. And this, as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very stressful situation when other people are depending on you and you cannot deliver. So I observed for myself that today, on a Tuesday, I had some of the same feelings that I just described to you when I got up in the morning, but I noticed them immediately. I noticed my energetic vibration shifting to one of despair, momentary depression, anger, frustration, hopelessness. But I notice it immediately, it happens. And for me, what I do, my dear friends, is I take a proactive approach to get myself out of that space. And for me, it means getting out of my home. So I decided to come on out here to Deep Cove. You know, it's a beautiful place about an hour from 45 minutes from Vancouver, and I did 90 minutes paddleboarding, you know, had a wonderful dinner, just did my push-ups and my pull-ups, and now my mind is in a place where I can actually think clearly. So you want to do something that gets you out of the negative vibrational space and put you in a place where your thinking and your thoughts become expansive. Because when your thoughts become expansive, my dear friends, you begin to be in a creative, imaginative state. So me being out here, putting myself in this environment, regardless of all the challenges and obstacles I have in my business, I'm actually exercising a very high degree of creativity and imagination to solve the business problem that I have experienced. Okay? So that is one thing that I want to recommend to you. Another thing that I really want to recommend to you is this. In my over 20 years of experience in business, I started business when I was a very young person, you know, when I was 14, I started business. And one thing that I realized is a constant in business, and it may be a constant for people that are employed too, I do not know, because I've usually been an entrepreneur. One thing that is a constant is that there are times of abundant harvest where you are just being so successful. But also, ladies and gentlemen, there are times when there are significant droughts. So in your life, there are times when everything is going great in your business, the finances are coming. And then there's a time when everything collapses. But one thing that I know for sure, ladies and gentlemen, is that after every dark night, there's a bright day ahead of you. After every dark night, there's a bright day ahead of you. So when I'm going through a challenge, like I'm going through a major challenge right now in business, you know, probably my employees don't even understand how come I'm so calm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand how come I'm so calm under pressure. It's because I know that this is a temporary situation and the tides are sure to change. The tides are sure to change. You cannot have terrible things happening to you non-stop all day, all week, all month, all year. Usually an opportunity will arise, an invisible helping hand will come to lift you up. So until that invisible hand comes, your state of mind has to be one of hope, faith, and expectancy. Okay? Okay, my dear friends? Okay. So I'm gonna leave you here with these two thoughts that I shared with you. You know, one, get yourself out of a negative vibrational space. And number two, realize that the situation is temporary, it's going to change. It's temporary, it's going to change. And in between now and when it changes, stay hopeful, stay faithful, stay filled with expectancy, and use your mind to exercise a high degree of creativity